You are welcome back to the I Am That Mom show. Today, I'm privileged to have a wonderful person with me to give us the perspective of men in raising children in the home. Stay tuned. And today, we'll be talking about the role, responsibilities, and respect in marriage. Kweku, what do you think is the role of a man in the home in raising children?
Well, the role of a man in a home is a very deep question. A man is a provider in the home. And in that sense, the man provides food, clothing, shelter, and safety for his family. A lot of we when we see what is happening now on social media, we see a lot of youth growing up dysfunctional.
Yep.
And one of the reasons why we're seeing a lot of that is because most of these kids did not have they were missing a piece in the home.
Now let's bring it to our home,
Okay,
our children.
right.
What is your specific role as a father to Nanaba, Kobe, and Ira?
Yeah, so my role is first of all to make my family as comfortable as possible, make sure that they feel safe at all times, be it in the home or outside the home or everywhere they go, they know that they have a father who will always be there for them.
Right.
And secondly, they should never think about what they're gonna eat. They should never think about where they're gonna sleep. They should never think about what they're gonna wear. They should never think about. It's not their job to think about all that.
Okay.
So
So when you say your role, especially when it comes to the food aspects, I'm quite interested. When you say your role is to make sure they have food to eat, don't you think you're getting into my role as a mother?
well, I mean, the it kind of intertwines. I mean, for me, I have to make sure that there's provision in the home, and for you is to manage whatever comes in the home.
I'm talking about very realistic issues
Hmm.
in our society right now. It's women. Well, there are some mothers that stay at home, but for the most part, most mothers are also providing. They're working. They're
Hmm.
bringing in money.
So role play is played with wisdom. If the fact that I'm the provider in the house doesn't mean that even if I'm not in a position to provide, my wife will not be able to support. So I get it that we all working or something, try to make sure that we're raising a family and we have enough resources to do that. However, um, it it's not your role to provide the food
Mm.
or provide shelter or provide all that. It is your role to support me.
Because I feel like typically a mother's role is pretty much to take care of the because only become a mother when you have children or when you decide not children of your own, but maybe if you decide to adopt or whatever, take care of someone, then you are a mother. Now I believe that a mother's role is to focus on the children, make sure the home is okay, manage the home, take care of the children, clothing, food, and all of that. But I feel like society has gradually put mothers in a role where they have to both work and take care of children. And I think it's a lot for mothers. It's a lot because and I'm saying this based on my experience. It's a lot because if you really want to be present with your children, it's almost impossible to do that because you have to make sure you're working to support the home. You have to make sure you come back, you're helping the kids with their homework, trying to provide food for them. And I feel like gradually we are not able to perform our role as mothers to the maximum simply because we have to support the home financially. What is your take on that? What
So my take is you can't blame society for that. At some point when I was growing up, I remember there was an agenda or a narrative that what men can do, women can do better. It became a thing where they said equality. Women have to be equal, and for me, equality has to be defined here.
Yep.
So So I think
And I don't even want to be equal because I don't want to take up that responsibility. Just so you know.
yeah, society, and it was an agenda to throw off what the God given principle in the home.
Absolutely.
However, I also think that the fact that you're a mother doesn't mean that you don't you don't pursue your dreams
Yep.
and you don't try to achieve something in life.
Yep.
I think that if I'm available at home and I can take care of my kids, I'll take care of them without thinking about where my wife is. However, if 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 society if our plan, our growth plan in the home is to build ourselves financially and then adjust certain things, it's good. I don't believe like a wife sitting at home just taking care of children is enough. I
Wait,
think
wait, wait.
okay.
Let me just interrupt you right there.
Mhm.
I think that the most fulfilling thing for a mother is just to be able to take care of their children. Simple as that. I believe so.
Okay.
No, now, before I became a mother, of course, I had dreams, I had ambitions, I had an identity. Now, once I shifted into the role of motherhood, my focus also shifted. Now, I have children who are looking up to me. I have children who are, I'm so, they are dependent on me.
Hmm.
Now, as much as I still want to pursue my dreams, I feel like my kids are also very important. They give me fulfillment,
Hmm.
making them, taking care of them, being present. And I keep talking about being present. It's something we don't get a chance to do right now in our society. So I'm not saying that it's not okay. It's not a good thing to pursue your dreams and all of that. But I'm just saying that being a stay-at-home mom is very fulfilling also, if that is what you want to do. If everything is okay and you don't need to, because being a stay-at-home mom doesn't necessarily mean that you're just staying at home. You can still, if you love singing, if you love music, if you like writing, you can still pursue that.
I I understand your point, but I can give you 1,000 examples of women who, in their old age, are very have a lot of regret because they only focus on the kids. And the reason I say that is your children at some point are going to leave the house. And at that point in your life, if you had nothing, the focus was, I mean, you were focused on, you tend to have regrets, and it kind of brings some type of depression and all that. The reason why you have to pursue your dream, one, is because every person, regardless of your gender, God put a purpose on your life. So your ultimate goal is, how do I balance my life so that I can impact my children and still fulfill my purpose as a human being.
Okay, but I just wanted to say that being a mom alone is a calling. Did you know that?
I mean, you might have to elaborate on that.
Being a mom is a calling because when God gives you a child, you talked about stewardship. When God gives you a child, you become a steward of that child. You have to make sure that you, and every child comes with, and I want us to use our kids because I don't know any other person. Now, Kobe loves music. You see Kobe picking up drums and all of that. My role as a mom is to encourage him to, learn more about whatever he's interested in. And that way I am fulfilling my calling. I am in my calling right now. So being a stay-at-home mom does not necessarily mean going out to work for somebody to make me fulfilled. Just making sure my kids are on track. Nanaba is very creative. You give Nanaba anything and Nanaba can turn it into something. My role as a mother, as a steward, is to ensure that, okay, Nanaba is walking in the path she's supposed to walk in. The gifting she came with, she is actually making use of it. And it's a lifelong thing, I believe. I mean, it doesn't end after 18, it doesn't end when the kids leave.
Right,
It,
right. But here's the thing. The reason I say that is the kids are not only in your life. They need both father and mother
true,
for to nurture them.
true.
I have a way I see things. You have your own perspective, how you see things. And we have a way, we all have a kind of a goal, how we want the kids to grow, right? We have a unified goal, how we want the kids to grow. However, they need different factions, they need different thoughts and
Absolutely.
ideas to grow. So you can nurture as much as you can. If they don't get the other part, it's not complete.
Yep.
So because the reason is that child was formed by two people.
Mm.
So they carry a part of you, they carry a part of me.
Yep.
So if they're getting just you, they still have questions in their head that
Yeah.
they're asking
Yeah.
all the time. Now, the only time they start feeling like they are on the right track
Yeah.
is when they're getting from all angles.
Right.
Right from a very tender age, I had a notion that when they finish eating, they have to take their plate from the table to the kitchen. My perspective or my goal with that is I'm trying to build a sense of accountability and build a sense of responsibility for them. It doesn't matter how young they are. The younger they are, the better because they pick it up quickly. It gives them a sense of responsibility. Now, even though they know that, you're gonna tell them 100 times.
Yeah.
However, it sticks more than you think.
Mm.
There are some things that my dad told me when I was young that I still remember.
Right.
Actually, it shapes my thinking
Right.
till now.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree with you on that 100%. Okay. Now we've talked about roles, we've talked about a little bit of responsibilities. Let's go into respect in marriage.
hmm
Raising young children, how do you think is the best way to show respect? And not just to show the children, but making it a part of how we live in our home. What do you think practically? What do you think are some of the things you can do to show that, oh, I respect your mommy or I respect my wife? And I'll give you an example. I think that one of the ways I can show that I respect you is, and I think you clearly talked about that earlier, is maybe I see that you're correcting the kids in a certain way that I feel like, look, this is way too harsh. I don't think it's the right thing to just, say, no, 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 don't do it right in front of the kids. I can just call you on the side, or maybe when the kids are asleep, I can just say, hey, I think the way you spoke with them or the way you handled the issue was a bit harsh. I think that's how I can show you respect, not speaking to you in front of the children.
So respect is necessary in the home. Sometimes so many things, so many factors make the respect a little missing in the home a little bit. But it's a conscious effort. That's something that you have to consciously do every day to ensure that there's respect in the home. And the respect in the home cuts across my wife and goes down to the children and vice versa. Simple things like if you see that, let's say I buy some stuff and I bring to the home, saying thank you in front of the children is something that they will learn. They will see how important it is. And it might not sound like it's something respectful,
Yeah,
but it has
yeah,
it does something to their mindset.
yeah,
They don't feel like it's your job to do it,
yeah, yeah. They
and
don't take it for
they
granted.
don't take things for granted, and those things they help cultivate respect
Yeah,
because it becomes second nature to them
yeah,
if they see certain things and they realize that, oh, everything is a privilege.
yeah. I'm saying like respect towards each other. I'll give an example. So the other time you gave Nanaba chocolate, and then you gave Nanaba chocolate to give to Kobe. Now sitting right here. You didn't even think it was okay to say let's give mommy a bar of chocolate.
You know, I'm happy you brought that up. I've been times that I've gone out of my way to go to the Ghanaian shop
Yeah,
to get you a golden tree chocolate, something you like so
yeah,
much, and I brought it
yeah.
and you didn't say
Oh
thank
boy.
you.
Oh boy.
So
No, 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 no.
so
That's
so
not true.
okay,
Look,
wait,
it can't be.
relax. Can I
No,
can I finish?
let me no
Let me let
let
no
me
no no
no
no no
let me
no.
interrupt you right
You
there.
you assume that it was you. This is your reaction. I can
Yeah,
tell you
tell me.
verbatim what you said. Golden tree. Okay. Okay.
And I hugged you. So
No,
for you,
no.
hug isn't respect.
No, no, no. So maybe there was another time you did, but I'm trying to tell you that You've not
And the respect.
always shown that you appreciate the effort that I put. I remember one time I've actually bought you a regular chocolate from this American
Yeah.
chocolates, and it was like, yeah,
Uh,
you don't like you
but
think
you
you've
know,
done something.
but
It's
you
not
know, I
that,
don't like that kind of chocolate.
if
If that's the only way, a
but
little more
even
respect.
the effort to bring you that
Yeah,
was a thoughtful. It was thoughtful. I thought about you,
yeah,
and I brought you that.
yeah,
So for me, it doesn't matter. Even if it was a grain of gari,
yeah,
and I brought it to you,
yeah.
I thought about you.
Yeah, but I don't want. You can't bring a grain of Gary and expect me to be excited.
You
No, keep
should
your
be.
grain. No, I've lived with you for so long. You know what I like. So if you really want to make me happy, give me the things that I like.
No. So